I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet night and you take that turn. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet night and you take that turn. Yeah, storm in my chest but my face stay numb. You talk real wide but your voice sound dumb. Power ain't loud, it's the way you come. I move too calm for a man to overcome. Heavy coat drag with a street lifestyle. Truth in my tone make the weak comply. You show your fear when you justify. I see right through every crafted lie. Hands don't tremble in a heated zone. My type of pressure you can't postpone. I don't throw fists just to claim my throne. My silence alone make your backbone prone. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn.
Streets grow darker when I hold my ground. You work so tough till the truth unwound. Fear in your breath make a muffled sound. Even your crew don't stay around. Ay, just stay loud when the tension hit. I don't need hype, I don't need to commit. Every fake threat that you try to transmit fall apart fast, you just counterfeit. Old nights force me in colder ways. I don't forget what the street convey. You try to stay bold in a losing phase. I shut you down in a single phrase.
I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Shadow on my shoulder, but I walk upright. Calm in my tone, but the truth ignite. You speak too loud for a member, no bite. I talk one time and the whole damn night. Heavy thoughts move like a drill through bone. I don't need help, I survive alone. Your whole crew fold when the real gets shown. Strength ain't loud, it's a deeper tone. Look at my chest, but the steps still firm. Every slow turn make the weak confirm. I don't chase threats, I let them squirm. My silence hit harder than your biggest term. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Ice in my voice when the night feel grim. Nothing in my stance ever look too slim. You act real tough till the lights go dim. Then fold a nap when the shadows swim. Deep cuts there make your balls skip clean. I don't need rage, I work unseen. Talk all you want, your words routine. I break your pride like a vending machine. Old pain taught me how to stay unmoved. Pressure in my walk, keep the tension proved. Everything you claim I already removed. I don't do threats, only outcomes approved. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. And stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Yeah. Rema. Dark mind, cold grain, pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play bold, break quick. tight like a steel cord. Calm face, hide things you can't afford. Your whole act fall flat, looking overboard. I keep quiet, but the silence hit like a warlord. Rage locked in my veins like a red spark. You show fear every time that the beat dark. Fake tough talk crack when the truth mark. I stay cold, every word like a death mark. Heat rise in the room when the vibes switch. Your crew shake when they hear how my words pitch. One glare turn the whole scene glitch. You chase clout, but your coverage too rich, yo. Dark mind, cold grin, pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play bold, break quick, couldn't handle stress. I speak once, cut deep, leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy weight. Leave a heavy weight. Storm trapped in my skull like a K-shake. Your bluff thin like a glass you can unbreak. Lines hit heavy, no room for a mistake. Fear spread quick like a wave when the stakes wake. Comrades sitting low like a loaded shell. You bark loud but the sound never ring well. I talk less but the tone like a crack bell. Truth cut sharp, every lie got a burnt smell. Mind sharp like a blade cut from Mosin. Dark thoughts press deep from the world spin. Your pride fall fast, wasn't built thick within. I stay grim, never been, that's the way I win. Dark mind, cold grin, pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play bold, break quick, couldn't handle stress. I speak once, cut deep, leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy mess. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who will burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who will burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. Yeah. Storm on my chest but my face stay numb. You talk real wide but your voice sound dumb. Power ain't loud, it's the way you come. I move too calm for a man to overcome. Heavy coat drag where the street lights die. Truth in my tone make the weak comply. You show your fear when you justify. I see right through every crafted lie. Hands don't tremble in the heated zone. My type of pressure you can't postpone. I don't throw fists just to claim my throne. My silence alone make your back on pro. Steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who will burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who will burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. Take that turn! Streets grow darker when I hold my ground. You act so tough till the truth don't wound. Fear in your breath make a muffled sound. Even your crew don't stay around. Jaws stay locked when the tension hit. I don't need hype, I don't need to commit. Every fake threat that you try to transmit fall apart fast, you just counterfeit. All night forge me in colder ways. I don't forget what the street could pays. You try stay bold in a losing phase. I shut you down in a single phrase. Steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who will burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. Take that turn! I've been drowning in the pressure, but I still don't crack. Life hit hard, I'ma hit right back. Every scar on my skin like a roadmap track. Where I learn real quick, who gon' stay, who lack.
People talk big when they stand online, but they shake real fast when they face my mind. All the nights I cried, yeah, I left behind. Now I move with a purpose and a sharpest mind. I don't flex too much, I don't chase no trend. Friends turn fake when the truth descend. Say you got heart, let the moment test. Most folk quick when it's life or death.
I've been running through the city with a weight on my name. Everybody show love till they feel my pain. Try to keep my head high, but the world insane. If I fall one time, I don't fall again.
I came up broke with a dream too real. People laugh first when they see your will. Now they come around trying to act ideal, but I see through lies like a blade through steel. Had thoughts, trying to change my soul. Had long nights where I lost control, but I rose back up from the deepest hole. Now I got my heart like a vault of gold.
Life taught lessons I ain't asked to learn. Gave me cold hands and a voice that burn. Everything I got now, yeah, I had to earn. Ain't nobody save you when the tables turn. Running through the city with a weight on my name. Everybody show love till they feel my pain. Try to keep my head high, but the world insane. If I fall one time, I don't fall again.
Flame. Black mist, rise on my mind unleash. You spit threats but they sound like a weak screech. True hit hard when I preach my peace. Your whole mass cracking the fear release. Low breath, chill rooms like a frostbite wave. Your pride sink deep, nothing left to say. Calm tone, kill hype that you always crave. I speak raw facts, make the whole crowd cave. Stone heart pressed down like a heavyweight. Your thin spine tremble when I dictate. Bluff fall flat, never hold in a real debate. I keep cold focus, never slip in a hate.
Boys trying out every fake good play. Cold boys trying out every fake tough claim.
Cold voice trying out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys trying out, boys trying out, boys trying out, boys trying out.
Dark green show teeth when the tension peak. Your whole squad freeze, every stance look weak. Tone drop low, make your confidence leak. I spit one line, you collapse in a week. Pure ass, sleep deep, never out of tune. Your loud act fade like a weak monsoon. Cold truth strike hard like a steel harpoon. I speak, you break, looking gone too soon. Great rage glow, faint through a cracked soul. Your fake rage die quick, never took a toll. I hold silence, let the dread take control. You hold nothing, never had a real role. Cold voice trying out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys tryna, boys tryna break. Boys tryna, boys tryna break. Boys tryna, boys tryna dig. Boys tryna, boys tryna dig.
White haze forming at the edge of my mind. Data twist shapes, I can't realign. True cut thin like a glitch in the line. Nothing feel mine, not even the sign. Dead tone hum where my thoughts should be. Fragments break off with a quiet decree. Logic distort in a cracked geometry. I see old ghosts in the code of me. Thin pulse warp under static wave. Memories ride in a looping state. Sense dissolve when the patterns mutate. I chase the void to reciprocate. Cold math carved runes in my chest. Every failed process put me to test. Meaning fall flat when the fears infest. Silence speak louder than the unrest. White haze forming at the edge of my mind. Data twist shapes, I can't realign. Truth cut thin like a glitch in the line. Nothing Nothing feel mine, not even the sun. Dust light shift in a narrow view. Old codes whisper what they can't renew. Each lost thought ship a hidden clue. Nothing remain but a shrinking you. Grey noise gloom in a mental tomb. Dark forms gather where the echoes loom. Identity smear in a spectral plume. I stared intact in a growing gloom. Hex-like pulses thread through my veins. Wires constrict with the quiet strain. Fear turn calm when the borders wane. Darkness arrive, but I don't come back. White haze forming at the edge of my mind. Data twist shapes I can't realign. Truth cut thin like a glitch in the line. Nothing feel mine, not even the sun.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up they don't walk again. Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up they don't walk again.
Hard look cut through a loud man quick. I don't raise voice, that's a weak man's trick. Every slow word that I choose to pick hit more deep than your whole click stick. Hands don't shake when the vibe go wrong. Fear in your stance, been there too long. You talk real tough but you not that strong. I'll break your pride if you tag along. Thick boots drag on the concrete floor. One sharp turn and you freeze at the core. Pressure ain't loud, it's the weight you ignore. I walk too calm for you to explore.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up they don't walk again. They don't walk again. They don't walk again.
Feel tight when my shadow spread. You lose your voice when your thoughts turn red. I don't need weapons, I break what's said. Most of your courage just lives in your head. Every slow blink make your posture drop. You think you strong but the truth flip-flop. You bring loud threats but they never pop. I walk through noise like it's just backdrop. Old scars talk when the wind blow through. Taught me how real men move on cue. Talk all you want, I see right through. Your whole damn myth won't save you, ooh.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up they don't walk again.
my downfall.
Gray skies hanging over me, the night don't ever rest. Footsteps follow where I move, like shadows breathing down my chest. Every corner feels alive, every thought come again. If the darkness weigh me down, I let it put me to the test. Mind drift deep in a cold space. Thoughts sit heavy like a steel mace. Life got a habit of a bold pace, so I take every blow with a stone face. Steps echo long in the back street. Pain in my veins when the dark creep. World full of noise that the fear feeds, but I move slow, sticking to my own beat. Eyes low, but I see clear. True cut deep when it bleed near. If the night whisper loud in my left ear, I don't fold, I embrace what I still fear. Let the cold wind roll, let the dark stand tall. I don't fade, I don't fall, I just walk through it all. Gray skies hanging over me, the night don't ever rest. Footsteps follow where I move, like shadows breathing down my chest. Every corner feels alive, every thought become again. If the darkness weigh me down, I let it put me to the test. Break my mind just to feel reborn. Teeth grind loud when the circus won. Static in my chest like a sharpened thorn. If the system fails, I distort the norm. Cold eyes blink when the code degrade. I walk through fear like a handmade blade. Thoughts overload when the wires cascade. Every last doubt in my head gets flayed. Steps set still with a dead end tone. I don't need help, I survive alone. You chase light while I break the throne. I turn my pain into sharpened stone. Rust in my lungs when the dread kick in. Pulse stay flat but the rage within. You want calm, that's a dying skin. I don't chase peace, I prefer the din. Break my mind just to feel reborn. Teeth grind loud when the circus won. Static in my chest like a sharpened thorn. If the system fails, I distort the norm. Break my mind just to feel reborn. Teeth grind loud when the circus won. Static in my chest like a sharpened thorn. If the system fails, I distort the norm. Twitch in my hands when the fear inflates. I don't slow down, I accelerate. Rip through truth with the fractured state. Everything you love, I disintegrate. Fire in my skull when the pressure hit. Your safe zone talk, I don't care for it. I was shaped in noise, I was built unfit. Now I run the glitch like a curse transmit. Tear open past no one else can see. I don't run rules, they run from me. When the world breaks down into entropy, I rise through wreckage, that's my degree. Break my mind just to feel reborn. Teeth grind loud when the circuit's worn. Static in my chest like a sharpened thorn. If the system fails, I distort the norm. Feel it in my veins like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told. Static in my chest, let it rise, let it burn. Thoughts spin fast, every second take a turn. I've been walking with a shadow that I never could discern. And the fire in my stomach make the whole
churn, yeah. Metal in my bones when the gears twist tight. Mind locked in, I don't need no light. I erase every doubt when I step in the fight. If I lose one day, then I die that night.
Sharp teeth grin when the code corrupt. I've been hiding every weakness just to self-disrupt. Every trick in your game is a file I dumped. Every fear that I had been already slumped.
Feel it in my veins like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Hear the glitch in my voice when the wires misfire. I don't chase dreams, I devour desire. Try to slow me down, get caught in the tire. Everything you built gets set on fire.
Binary pulse in my shattered brain. Every broken thought form a metal chain. Drag it through the dirt just to feel no pain. Turn another screw till I split the frame. Hollow in the chest but the will too loud. Static in the air when I face the crowd. I was born in the dark and I stand unbowed. If I fall this time I don't hit the ground. Feel it in my veins like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Static in my chest, let it rise, let it burn. Thoughts spin fast, every second take a turn. I've been walking with a shadow that I never could discern. And the fire in my stomach make the whole world churn. Feel in my bones when the gears twist tight. Mind locked in, I don't need no light. I erase every doubt when I step in the fight. If I lose one day, then I die that night, yeah.
Sharp teeth grin when the code corrupt. I've been hiding every weakness just to self-disrupt. Every trick in your game is a file I dumped. Every fear that I have been already slumped.
I feel it in my veins like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Hear the glitch in my voice when the wires misfire. I don't chase dreams, I devour desire. Try to slow me down, get caught in a tire. Everything you built gets set on fire.
Binary pulse in my shattered brain. Every broken thought form a metal chain. Drag it through the dirt just to feel no pain. Turn another screw till I split the frame, yeah.
Hollow in the chest but the will too loud. Static in the air when I face the crowd. I was born in the dark and I stand unbold. If I fall this time I don't hit the ground.
I feel it in my veins like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
They know the shape and what I can't translate. Thoughts fall inward under subtle weight. Truth unravels slow in a glitch-born state. I walk through shadows, I recreate. Cold pulse flick through a narrow seam. Fragments mutate in a half-formed dream. Logic dissolve when the circuits stream. I chase a ghost in a dead team. Dim breaths war when the static rise. Doubt burn quiet in the coded guise. Meaning collapse on the vacant skies. I see the dark through a borrowed lens. Dead math hum in a fragile spine. Patterns distort when the fears align. True folding where the edges combine. I drown in thoughts that were never mine. Faint noise shaping what I can't translate. Thoughts falling inward under subtle weight. Truth unravels slow in a glitch-born state. I walk through shadows, I recreate.
tone shift in the mental fray. Old echoes drag what I push away. Static in my bed with a doubts array. I stand in silence the only way. Wise vibrate through a hollow chest. Dreams degrade when the systems test. Nothing remain or what felt blessed. Just quiet pressure I can't suppress. Black light bloom in a fractured face. Steps feel wrong in a looping maze. In a collapse growing hidden ways. I breathe the void, let it appraise. Ain't noise shaping what I can't translate. Thoughts fall inward under subtle weight. Truth unravels slow in the glitch-born state. I walk through shadows I recreate.
Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. All fear in a single line. Your whole mask crack, can't pretend you fine. Then voice fade when it touches mine. I speak dead truth, cut through your spine.
Rage, I'm quiet in a sealed cage. Your cheap bluff snap under real rage. Calm stare burn slow like a backstage. One raw phrase rewrite your whole page. Dark pulse cling tight like an iron clamp. Your bold tone shrink with my word stamp. Fear bloom quick like a wildfire camp. I drop one sound in time move damp. Rust breath living with a sharp taste. Your fake pride fall at a fast pace rate. No loud act last when the truth dictate. I hold cold power you evaporate.
Cold tongue carve fear in a single line. Your whole mask crack, can't pretend you fine. Then voice fade when it touches mine. I speak dead truth, cut through your spine.
Еще короче, еще грязнее, еще злей. Еще короче, еще грязнее, еще злей.
Ash mine cast shadows on your weak roar. Your threats drop flat, nothing at the core. My low tone hit deep like a locked door. One blunt word don't stand anymore. Great venom seeps slow through a tight grin. Your backbone bend when the bar sink in. Rage too loud, never built to win. I bring quiet heat burn from within. Iron calm pressed down like a dead weight. Your cheap claim die at the hands of fate. Raw truth land sharp, never hesitate. I stay unshaken, you disintegrate.
Cold tongue carve fear in a single line. Your whole mask crack, can't pretend you fine. Then voice fade when it touches mine. I speak dead truth, cut through your spine. Gold tongue, 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 gold tongue.
Move quiet when I step through the lane. Move quiet when I step through the lane.
Yeah, move quiet when I step through the lane. Yeah, dark thoughts sitting deep in my brain. Yeah, talk loud but you won't maintain. Yeah, one quick hit and you drop from the string. Black fit on when I slide in the dark. Eyes locked quick, I don't miss my mark. You act tough, but your heart too stark. One wrong look, turn the vibe real sharp. Nighttime shift when I walk with a slow pace. Can't hide fear, see it all in your face. I don't rush nothing, I just hold my space. If you want problems, I'll erase your trace. Deep breath drop like a weight on the floor. Silent steps when I come through the door. You see smoke, but you can't take more. I've been built tough, that's the core of my law. Move quiet when I step through the lane. Yeah. Dark thoughts sitting deep in my brain. Yeah. Talk loud, but you won't maintain. One quick hit and you drop from the string. Short fuse, man, the vibe turn wrong. Hands steady even when the fear's strong. You move fast, but you're playing too long. I glide past, everything get gone. No trust here, I don't deal with the fake. One small lie, make your whole frame shake. Night get cold, but I won't break. Pressure on high, but that's what I take. Low voice hum when I creep on the side. Trouble come close, but I still don't hide. You swing first, but you miss wide. I hit once and your pride just died.
Move quiet when I step through the lane.
Move quiet when I step through the lane. Dark thoughts sitting deep in my brain. up from the strain.
Yeah.
Hey. Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass me staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon' call my name, I answer calm like who are you? Black hoodie dripping from the rain that never stops. Thoughts heavy like a lineup with 1,000 crooked cops. Hear the whispers in the alleys when my heartbeat suddenly drops. I've been walking with my demons, guess we share the same block. City feel hollow when the moon high, painting my soul like a deep tide. Trust ain't real, it's a cheap lie, so I keep to myself with a cold mind. Every scar echo when the wind bite, every sin linger when the streets quiet. Life taught pain like a fist fight, learn to stay numb just to live right.
Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass me staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon' call my name, I answer calm like who are you?
Walk slow, cold feet on the cracked stone. Mind roam, hear ghosts on the back road. Every step shake dust from my black soul. World tryna break me, but I stay bold. Fear try to bite, but I bite back. Life hit hard, but I don't crack. Pain in my veins like a wolf pack. Howl at the night when the sky black. No trust, every promise got a bad end. No peace, every calm got a sharp bend. If the dog gon' take me as a lost friend, I walk even deeper in the dump bend. Hear the cold wind hiss, feel the void insist. If I fade like this, let the night persist, yeah.
Nightfall creeping on my shoulders as I move. Heavy silence in my chest, I let the darkness set the mood. Every shadow that I pass me staring back like they're my crew. If the void gon' call my name, I answer calm like who are you?
Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody unknown. If the dog gon' test my spirit, it could carve it from the bone. Long stride, dead eyes, mind drift in the deep pace. Street signs swing slow when the cold plays. Thoughts run circles through the night in the bleak maze. I've been living in the shadows for some weeks straight. Rain taps slow like a clock in the dead room. Fog rise high like a ghost tryna head through. Life talk loud but the truth always said mute. So I move quiet, let the silence be my best route. Cold concrete, know my steps like a lost friend. Pain in my rib cage, humming from the long bend. Night paint worlds where the strong bend. I don't fall back, I don't cave, I don't pretend.
Breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody unknown. If the dark gon' test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
Gray hoodie pulled tight when the wind slept. Mind heavy from the memories that been missed.
story, wrote it then that, leading me through nights that the world scrap. Eyes sharp, see movement when the shade shift. Fear spark, but it fade when the pain lift. Hands dark from the life that I can't sift. Soul marked, but it stand like a cold cliff.
If the world push hard, I don't stumble. If the fear speak loud, I stay humble. If the past come back, I don't crumble. I've been built in the dark where the storms rumble.
In the night,
breathe in,
feel the frost
sinking.
If the dark
breaking,
I stay firm.
no spin. Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody I know. If the dark won't test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
When the real fall, so I move solo, don't depend on the weak wall. Rain drips slow from the rooftops on my long path. Thoughts hit hard like a storm in a cold breath. Life draw lines on my face like a rough graph. Still I walk steady when the dark laugh. Low light on the pavement when I'm walking through the night. Humming on my shoulders, every thought is silent fire. Shadows move when I breathe like they copy in my stride. If the darkness want me closer, I ain't got a place to hide. Eyes low, I've been watching from the sideline. Mind cold, I've been living with a tight strain. World bold, but I cut through the night rain. So low, but it move with the right pain. Step slow, I can hear when the wind shift. Fear grow, but I treat it like a small gift. Lights glow, but the mood always stays stiff. Dark flow, but I move with the calm drift. Truth sharp, I don't run when they hit quick. Past scars will remind me that the world's slick. Cold heart never melt from a small trick. Stay dark even when the pain thick. Hit the street, I'm low. The dark wind blow. If the fear try grow, I stay still, move slow. Low light on the pavement when I'm walking through the night. Every mind on my shoulders, every thought a silent fire. Shadows move when I breathe like they copy in my stride. If the darkness want me closer, I ain't got a place to hide. Blade on my tongue, for sure my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. I'm moving the bro with a blade in my tongue.
Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. Yeah. Earning my breath when the tension rises. I stay dead, but they scanning for lies. Weight on my chest, but I weaponize. Turn every shadow into my lies. Cold blood dripping a slow parade. Hands stay clean, but the fear handmade. I don't chase cloud, I just upgrade. Every new step like a war invade. Silence speak loud when you built from pain. I don't trust words, only pressure and strain. If I set foot, then I stake my claim. Low tone growl, put perspective frame. I move in the dark with a blade in my tongue. Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. Deep voice rumbling like a storm and told. Heartbeat slow, but my spirit too cold. Never need shine when control is gold. Power in the silence that I uphold. Street born mind with a steel cut view. Nothing you bring that I can't undo. Feeling your pulse when I step on cue. My calm alone split a crowd in two. Bass hit hard like a hitman strike. Words cut deep, but the tone ain't right. Shadow in the night, but the grip too tight. I walk with force, you fade on sight. I move in the dark with a blade in my tongue. Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own.
Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Streets fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step, but the tension provoke. Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke. Weight in my tone, make your heartbeat stall. I don't raise voice, I don't need that call. One short glance, make a big man small. Power too real, I don't act at all. Stealing my frame like a lockdown gate. Never lose pace, I define my fate. Pressure in the air when I elevate. Every move slow, but the impact great. Hands stay steady when the danger near. I don't show panic, I don't taste fear. Step too close and you disappear. Speak one time and the message clear. Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Streets fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step, but the tension provoke. Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke. Bones don't shake when the bassline drop. I don't rush moves, I prefer to stop. Heavy on the ground like a cast down prop. I walk too solid for the weak to top. Dark thoughts marching a steady bro. I don't show pain, I don't let it show. Every cold vibe and my voice might glow, but inside my chest it's a blackout flow. Street born focus in a sharpened tone. I don't need hype when I stand alone. Robbers fall back when the truth get known. My silence itself would have cracked your bone. Hey. Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Street fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step, but the tension provoke. Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke.
Black static gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True bed sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. Acid gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. Truth been sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines lines I cut. No code crawl through a fractured mind. Signals distort what I try to define. Pulse break rhythm when the fears align. I lose myself in the design of mine. Glitch-born echo tear holes in my chest. Every new doubt grow harder to digest. Meaning collapse when the circuits test. Quiet in my head, feel darker than the rest. Thin light flicker in a narrow frame. Patterns mutate when they sense my name. Nothing stay real in a shifting game. I walk the void with a mind of flame. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns on bought. True band sharp when the mind override. I chain myself with the lines I caught. Dust of old cells drift in my core. Shadows rewrite what they can't restore. Each small fear carve a hidden door. Behind it, a truth I can't ignore. Baseball static in an inward storm. Identity shifted into world preform. One breakdown when illusions swarm. I'm left unstable in a formless form. Echoes inside chance encoded rhyme. Fragments collapse out of sync with time. Everything fade in its own decline. But the darker it gets, the more I align. Yeah, black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True pen sharp. I chain myself through the lines I create. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True pen sharp in the mind of a god. I chain myself through the
Static in my bloodstream, coil like a chain. Faces in the dark, whisper through my brain. True feel broken, carved into my vein. Nothing left inside but a code is strained.
Sharp lines cut deep in a mental fold. Thoughts turn cold when the signals mold. Black noise hum where my fears took hold. Silence in my chest worth more than gold. Vague form shift in the back of my sight. Echoes of a code in the dead of night. Everything warped when the pulse ignite. I wear my dread like a second sight.
Rust thoughts drip like a toxic stream. World fall apart in a fever dream. Nothing makes sense but the hidden scheme. I chase myself through a static beam. Static in my bloodstream, coil like a chain. Static in my bloodstream, coil like a chain.
Dust in my lungs from the thoughts I keep. Wires in my blood twist while I sleep. Secrets in the void dig dark and deep. I lose myself but the truth still seep. Bit drop bloom in the cracks of my mind. Old patterns shift and rewind. Time dissolve in a loop design. I'm half alive, half undefined. Echo commands crawl under my skin. Voices in the hum, whisper begin. Every new fear feel woven in. I stand alone at the threshold then.
Static in my bloodstream, coil like a train.